Hey, what's going on, Hunters? It is me, Morvi, and I'm here to bring you another guide. Today we are doing Opaloid Kingdom, a cute little adventure game that has the aesthetics of an Atari game. This one is brand new to the shelves, so we're currently hunting 1000 Gamerscore, but there is a lot more to this game, so I'm going to assume there is going to be an achievement update down the line. There is also a Windows version, so it is time to stack Gamerscore. As always, if I helped you out or if I put this title on your radar, then please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. But other than that, let's go hunt some achievements in Opaloid Kingdom. As soon as we start up, we get this super duper cool title screen. This background is stylish as heck. We are going to hit any button and we're going to start up a new game. As soon as we get in, we'll get introduced to our new little hero. Left trigger to move around and any other button to interact and attack. Simple as that. If you read the scroll in the middle of the room, we'll be told that the king has summoned our presence. So our next job is to jog over to Mr. Lazy King to find out what he wants. So once we're done here, walk to the south and we'll be outside. And welcome to the Opaloid Kingdom. As you can see, there are some houses and some villages that we can interact with. We can't go into every building. The only buildings we can go into are the ones with the doors open. We can speak to everyone, but it seems like they all know our business as they all seem to want to point us to the king. So no one's secret is safe in this village. As you can see, I did try to murder some of the villagers, but we cannot do that. So we're going to move on to the left hand side and push on to the next screen. Keep pushing onto the left hand side. You can talk to any of the villagers you want, but none of them are linked to any achievements. Most of the achievements are to find secret coins throughout the sections. If we come down to the south, we will find our first coin. Sadly, this isn't linked to an achievement, but we'll pick it up anyway. And then from there, we'll walk up to the northwest. We'll be into the woods, and now we have to start using our spells to take out some pesky wolves. These are really easy, and you can stun lock them. As you can see, I'm blasting through them. They are no match for our sort of magic. But on the next screen right here, this is where our first achievement is. If you grab this coin in between these rocks that are falling, we'll get our first achievement. And that achievement is worth 100G. Now, just below us to the south is a red potion. Red potions in this game give us full health. Once we've grabbed that next potion, we're going to move over to the northeast and we're going to get our next potion. We don't need to, but if we talk to this little lad here, he will tell us that the bridge is out, and instead we need to take the dangerous route. Now, I'm not being funny, but can someone actually rebuild the bridge rather than pay someone just to tell other people that the bridge is broken? That is not a good use of kingdom funds, I don't think. On the next screen to the northeast, we'll be met with our next potion, which is the green potion. This little lad gives us a health boost, and it also gives us a speed boost for a short time. Now, as you can see, going through this forest, there are some evil little Groot men trying to murder us. We don't need to kill them, so we're going to blast on through, picking up all the green potions as we go along. As you can see, if you push onto the far left and kill this wolf and then go south, we'll pick up a new coin. This one isn't linked to an achievement, but I thought we might as well pick up all the coins as we're going along, just so we don't miss anything. On the next screen, we'll go through these rocks. Don't worry if you take any damage, as there is a potion just to the north of it. From here, we're going to go to the right hand side and fight through all of these wolves, and we'll find our next pickup. This pickup is the mushroom. Now, I know what you're thinking, mushrooms make you grow big. I've played Mario before, but no. These mushrooms make you trip balls, but they also make you shoot 3 projectiles at once, so it is kind of handy. You don't have to kill all of the enemies here, but I wanted to play around with my new mushroom ability, so if you don't want to kill these guys, keep pushing on to the left and we'll get onto our next screen. You will need to get through these rocks here, but don't worry, this game has potions plotted around all over the place, so you will never have little health for too long. This next screen is a bit of a pain in the butt, and I'll show you what happens when you die. In the middle of this next screen, there is a gold coin, but as you can see, I got bombarded by projectiles. Thankfully, you just spawn at the start of the screen you are on, and all of the pickups you have are also saved, so if there is a tricky one, you can just grab it and then die. And you might be needing to do that a little bit later on, because some of these levels get a little bit tricky. But for now, all we need to do is just push on to screen after screen, just like I'm doing now. These turtles are a bit of a pain in the butt, but they do offer an achievement, but we'll be picking that one up in a minute. Keep doing what I'm doing now and push on through this woods. After some hectic screams and projectiles, we'll get to this long bridge, and that means we are at the kingdom, and this lazy king can give us his little quest. Once we get to this bridge here, it is a bit of a walk to the north now. It is a long old bridge, so get your walking boots ready. Once we get to the north, we'll get to the next screen, and there is a little bit more bridge to get through, but once we're at the other end, we're at the start of, I'm assuming, is Opaloid Kingdom. Oh no, my mistake, this is the castle of King Ludric. My mistake, Luddy boy. As you can see, there's a lot of townsfolk and buildings that we can interact with, but we're going to ignore everyone and we're going to go straight to the north, because that's where the king and queen are. Once we've spoken to them, they'll tell us that the crazy wizard has taken their daughter, and it is our job to go get her back. Once we've accepted that quest, we're going to go to the right hand side of the king and queen, as our next coin with an achievement is there. We need to grab it quickly, as the knight next to it wants to chop our head off. If you run in and out quick enough, it is really easy, and our next achievement is ours. Then once we're done there, we're going to come out of the king and queen's room and go to the southeast, as there is a building with its door open, and that's where our next achievement is. To get the tavern coin, it couldn't be any simpler. Go to the north wall, we're going to shoot down this wall here. Once that's down, all we need to do is walk around the back of the bar and steal the coin, and our next achievement is ours. Now make your way outside of the tavern, then we're going to go to the south and then through the east exit. We now have to walk across this long bridge. I was looking for enemies in the water in case there was achievements linked to them, but there wasn't. That's why I'm zigzagging. But in your case, you're going to shoot right to the east until you get to this point here. If you read this sign, it says to the castle to the west and Crazy Wizard's Fortress to the right. Now, I'm not sure who's making these signs, but I feel like it's a bit mean. I don't think that's his official title. On this next screen here, you can see we're going to get bombarded by turtles. These guys are a bit of a pain in the butt, but you can dodge them easily. And as you see here, just past the first pack, there is some potions, and then just after the second pack, there is another potion. So even if you take a few hits, we've got a lot of potions to deal with. We can start chugging away. Keep making your way around until we see this new enemy here, which is the snake. These guys are a bit of a pain in the butt, as they pretty much charge you, and they're really quick and they're kind of hard to dodge. So when you see them, make sure you're shooting in their general direction, and they should walk into your spells. On this screen here, I got this lonesome turtle in the corner and started blasting him, as I was curious if they was really indestructible, and it turns out they're not. They just take a lot of hits to get down. Once you take one down, we'll get our next achievement. We have a few easy screens coming up now. On the next screen, if we push up to the north, just through this little gap here, we'll be bombarded with turtles, but there is a coin here. There isn't any achievement linked to this, so you don't actually have to get this, but as I said, I'm going to be getting every coin on this run, as I wasn't sure which ones were linked to which achievement. But there is no achievement on this screen, so we're going to push through all these little turtles and into the east of the screen. On this next screen, we get to meet the so-called big bad of the game, and that is the Crazy Wizard. He lets us know that he didn't steal the princess and it was actually the king, but our sorcerer doesn't believe him, so we go chasing him into his fortress. And that's when it hits the fan, really. There are a lot of traps in this fortress that we have to deal with, but as soon as we walk in, we'll be dealt with a big blue snake. This is the basilisk. We need to give it a bunch of hits with our magic and we'll get a key, but we'll also get our next achievement for defeating the big boy. And that is for another 100 Gamerscore. Now all we have to do is pick up the key from the corpse of the basilisk and then run it to the right hand side of the map, unlock the door and get onto the next screen. As you can see here, I did check around the first floor of this fortress just to see if there's any hidden items we could grab, but there was just some evil bad boys that wanted to take my life, so ignore them, unlock this door and we can get on to the next level. The next floor of this fortress introduces some really pesky blades that do not mess around when they want to take some health from us. So you have to time it right, and pretty much you have to run behind them. You don't want to run when they're coming at you, you want to run when they're going away from you. You want to go to the south of this room and then wrap around to pick up the silver key. As you get to the bottom floor, you can see there's some more bouncy blades in our way, but they're a lot easier to get through. Now all we need to do is take the key to the north of this room, unlock the door and make our way to the east onto the next floor. This room is pretty much timing. It is not hard, there's just a lot going on the screen, so it looks a lot harder than it actually is. If it's all too much for you, don't worry, there is a potion at the end of this level, but don't worry, every time you go onto a new screen, you get full health once again. This screen is super duper easy. We have a bunch of slow moving blades, but we do have the bats. Now, for the most part, they do run away from you. Sometimes they can't run away from you, they will run towards you a little bit, but they are not aggressive, so don't you worry about that. This one is just pushed to the end. It's super duper easy. There's not really much more to say about this one, sadly. This next screen introduces a new enemy that is a big pain in the butt, and that is the rat. They pretty much sprint towards you, and you've got to be really quick with your spells to take them out. There are also 2 doors we have to unlock on this stage. It is really easy. It sounds scary and hard, but it's really simple. Go to as south as you can to this room here, so we're going to pick up the silver key. And once we've done that, make sure there's no rats about to rush you, just like I'm doing now. Clear that room. Then from there, go to the north just a little bit to unlock the silver door. Go into that room, and in the southeast corner is our bronze key. Grab that and we can make our way to the exit and onto the next stage. But these rats were the bane of my life. It's time to kill Mama and Papa Rat. Thankfully, there is a mushroom in the top left corner, so we're going to grab that and then aggro both of them. And as you can see here, just absolutely blast them with our LSD magic. Once we've done that, pick up both of the keys and we can unlock the door and get onto the next stage. It's next achievement time. Rejoice. Once we're on this next screen, we're going to push through these blades here. We'll have a little read of the crazy wizard's little notes, but he's pretty much just teasing us at this point. So we're going to push through these blades, and this level is very linear, but we do have to go off the beaten path just for 1 second to grab our next coin. So we're going to push through these blades. These blades do a funny little figure of 8 sort of motion, but ignore them. We're going to push on through. They're easy enough to dodge. These purple guys, there aren't any achievements linked to them, but a lot of the time when you kill them, they do drop potions. So if you're ever in need of health, give them a little hit and you might be in luck. Now, once we're in this room here, to the far left, you'll see them blades bouncing. Our next key is in there, and that'll unlock our next coin. And that will be for our next achievement. So what we need to do is sneak through here and dodge these blades. It looks a little bit tricky, but it is quite easy to dodge. And if anything, potions are everywhere in this game, so if you take a little bit of damage, so what? You'll have full health again in 2 seconds. Once his key's been grabbed, we can pretty much make our way to the exit, and that is out this room here and into this corridor. And now it's pretty much a straight walk to the finish of the screen. The next screen, there is the introduction to the new enemy, and that is the fire spitting mob. Not gonna lie, it is pretty much a machine gun. It is kind of scary, so please be careful. It is best just to run around it and ignore it, but on some of these levels there are a few stacked up, so be careful. This next one is very easy. We're going to go into the north room just above us, and we're going to go to the east hand side of it. To the far east there is the bronze key. We're going to grab it with a potion next to it. If you go to the top right corner, we'll also get our silver key, and then we're going to run to the left hand side following the northern wall. We'll finally get to a coin behind a silver wall. Use the silver key on that and grab it. There is currently no achievement linked to this one, but if I know these publishers, there will be some updated achievements down the line, and hopefully it's for these coins that we're finding now. Once we've got that, we need to make our way into the southern room, and then from there, push on to the east of that room, unlock the door, and we're on our next stage. On this stage, we need to make it to the far south of this room. As you can see, when the floor goes bright white, that means the spikes are coming out. When it is dark white, that means they are in the floor. So when they're dark, you want to step on them, and when they're bright, you want to avoid them. There is nothing to collect on this screen, so there's nothing really much more to say apart from avoid the white dots. Make your way to the south. There is a coin just to the right where I am now, but there is currently no achievement to it. So you can miss it, but I would grab it just in case an update comes down the line. Now all we need to do is make our way to the far south, as I said, and we're on to the next stage. I hope you're into Pac-Man, as we've got a big ball to clear now. We need to chase this little lad now running away from us. So if we keep following him, we'll get to the middle of this maze. So follow what I'm doing on screen now, as you can easily get lost in this place. So we need to unlock these doors. So first off, we're going to take this left path here. We're going to go get the silver key. It is kind of hard to tell you where to go, so please watch what I'm doing on screen now. When you get to this point here, clear this little corridor of enemies so they don't eat your face. And then we're going to jump into this room and kill this fire machine gun. Make sure you don't take too much damage from it. And once that's down, we're going to grab the silver key. And now we've got to go find the bronze key. Make your way back to the doors that we need to unlock. Use the key and we'll go to the right hand side and get the bronze key. So we'll go through this corridor here, and now this one's a little bit trickier as we need to get another silver key. As we get to this point with the spikes, we're going to wait till they go down, and we're going to run over them. And we can see the key just to the south of us, hiding behind even more spikes. Fun! So we're going to climb over, make sure you don't get too much damage here. I do get trapped in the corner sadly, but I'm like, sod it, running over, using them iframes. And now, from here, we're going to make our way to the north, then go south, then east, and it's pretty much a straight path round to the next door that we need to unlock. Once he is unlocked, we're going to go to the next corridor just to the left of us, and we're going to snake around and get the bronze key. And now all we need to do is make our way to the bronze door and on to the next level. I do get the coin to the north, but this coin is not needed currently, but as I said, I would grab these just in case they do some updates. As you can see, it is behind a wall. I thought, I don't know how we're going to get through this, but thankfully our magic is powerful enough to blow through walls. So I don't know why this maze is giving us issues, to be honest. Now, all we need to do is make our way to the middle of the maze and get through that door. We will then walk into the Gnome Labyrinth. Now this is where they grow all of the psychedelic mushrooms that help us out along the way. Now you can't kill any of these gnomes sadly, and you can talk to all of them. This is another village that we can talk to people, but there is another achievement on this screen. If you make your way to the far south, you'll see that there is a gold door blocking our path. So we need to go to the right hand side and into one of the side rooms. As you can see, there is a wall that we can shoot down. Once that's down, we can grab the gold key. But before we go through the golden door, we're going to go north a little bit as there is a coin to grab. Once we go north and past a couple rooms, we'll see the coin to the right hand side. If we go up to the metal gate to the far right and shoot it, we can also break down these ones. All we have to do is pick up the coin and our next achievement is ours. And now we can go unlock the gold door to the south and on to the next screen. This is the last screen of the fortress, so we have to get through a lot of these blades here. As you can see, it is pretty manic and it is quite hard to get through without taking any damage. But if you get right to the end, we don't have to fight the wizard, so it's okay. Once we get near to him, he'll shoot us and he'll disappear. We can then pick up the bronze key and we can read the note he's left for us. As you can see, he says congratulations on getting to the end of the fortress, but he wasn't the person who stole the princess. And he tells us to go back to the kingdom. So now we'll take the key to the south and we'll enter back into the forest. And that is chapter 1 complete. Now we've only got a couple more achievements to get. Now it is time for chapter 2 and there are only 3 achievements left on this first 1000 gamer score. All we have to do is make our way to the middle of this room and talk to this little lad here and he'll tell us that we have a boat ready waiting for us. Once he's said that, we're going to make our way to the right hand side and now it is time to be a captain of our vessel. Make your way down this path and jump into the little boat. I don't know why the boat is smaller than us, but we're not going to ask questions. Once we're in the boat, we're going to make our way to the north up the river. And now it is time for some of the trickiest parts of this game. Do not run into any of the rocks as they will do damage to you. Also, the enemies like to shoot a bunch of projectiles at you, so you will have to do a lot of dodging. Our next coin is on this screen. If we go to the far left and we'll see this wooden platform here, if we park up next to it, we can jump out of our boat and grab the coin. Sadly, there is no achievement linked to this one as of yet, but hopefully down the line this one will be an achievement. Once we've got that, we're going to jump into the boat and carry on going north. Make sure you dodge all of the things trying to murder you and we'll get on to the next screen. When you go into these darker blue parts of the water, they'll make your boat go even faster. This screen will make you want to pull your hair out, but it does have our next achievement on it. As you can see, every part of the water makes you go really quick and it is really hard to control your boat. If you pick up the coin in the middle of the room, we'll get our next achievement, but then you have to make your way to the end of this room and I'm telling you now, it is a big old pain. It took me a lot of attempts to get through, but we got there in the end. If you follow my pathing on the screen now, this should be a good way to get into the end of this level. As I said, it's going to take you quite a few attempts, but you will get there. I believe in you. Now I've only got 2 more achievements left to get on this run. On the next screen, you'll see we've got a new enemy, and that is a pink octopus. To get our next achievement, we need to kill 3 of them. Now there are a bunch on this screen, so you should easily be able to get them. As you can see, I rushed through to get them as quickly as possible, and if I died, I could just start again at the level and then push on to the end. And there is our next achievement. As you can see, there is also a coin on this level, a little bit further up to the right hand side. I would grab it now, but there is no achievement linked to it as of yet. So, from here, and that is our last screen for our last achievement. Well, until there is going to be an update, I know there's going to be an update for this one. And here we have it. This is our final bad guy that we have to take down, and that is the purple octopus. As you can see, all you have to do is kite him around the screen and keep on blasting him. He might do a little bit of damage to you, but we have 4 big old hearts to get through. And just like that, he'll be taken down, and that will be our last 100G of this achievement run. Congratulations! And just like that, we have another 1000 Gamerscore under our belt. As I was saying throughout this guide, I am very sure this game is going to get some updates down the road, as there is a lot more to this game that we need to explore. But we are done for this time being. If you enjoyed this video, or if I helped put Opaloid Kingdom on your radar, then please hit that like button and let me know down in the comment section. If you want to see more of my videos, then please hit that subscribe button. My next goal is 10,000 subscribers. Can you help me and join the mob? I've got a ton of game guides coming out recently. I do have one still waiting to be lifted from copyright, which is very annoying, but it will come out eventually. I am also going through a lot of the Game Pass games and doing some guides there, just so you guys don't have to buy games, you can just do it through the Game Pass. But until next time, I've been Morvi, and I'll see you later. Happy hunting!